Yo, so today we're gonna continue the Act 3 of Sumeru Quest. I'm already late to do this because the second phase just released yesterday. But without further ado, we're gonna continue the
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
I know, Gandhi, that's why we're gonna continue the Sumeru Quest.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria? No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
So we're gonna observe.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates?
She talks like Mona, and her name similar to Nahida.
The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Do you know the way?
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
See, I know it.
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Whoa. She switched back to Katheryne's voice.
Of course. In that case...
Kitties.
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
She is the god.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
And brawling with the god of Electro. Questioning the Lord of Geo. Mocking, they could.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health and love? I don't know. Let's check love.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
What are you doing?
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
What?
Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
So we're hearing Katheryne's voice talk in a chill manner, in a friendly manner, instead of her Astra Abyssosque.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
It's okay, we have Mona to check our fate. It's called such. Whatever Mona says. Okay, where do we go?
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls? Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Katheryne's and Nahida's voice kept changing. It's so weird.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Katheryne from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a
Fuck.
mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg.
What?
Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
This guy's sus.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Katheryne, why'd you leave me? Wait, hold on. Hold on, because I'm gonna check my files. Huh? I'll check it later. Continue. Is the last person we're gonna listen?
This should be our final stop.
Yes.
Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
But we're gonna see Dea here.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything. It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Hi there.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember. If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right. I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering.
Whoa.
After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my
Liyue.
entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent.
What do you mean, lack of talent? Then why are you still here in Sumeru?
But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Let's get it.
Sure. But you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
Yeah, mate.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of
Oh,
it.
secret has been leaked.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Chishan. You just said her name. Or she said it earlier. I forgot.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
An official student? You'll be happy. Traveler. For those who watched my previous video, Traveler? You get the joke. Traveler? Did Katheryne go back to her booth now?
So, was that everybody? Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
Really? Really?
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems. Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King.
The king, the shriek, whatever. Scarlet King.
Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense,
Yeah,
the
boatload.
fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland.
I guess. Yeah.
Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Yeah. If this was to criticize Sataria's action.
So how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
Borrow? Who could you borrow? Some of her close acquaintances.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King. And then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
Ah, so that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck?
Huh?
But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Yeah. Come on, you're not gonna leave us right now.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them.
Oh.
As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Whoa, that's really weird, and that's pretty overwhelming.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Katheryne.
I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
No, you have to tell people you've been locked up by the sages. But yeah, most people still push her away though. And they still like the previous Dendro Archon.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Wait until the following afternoon. Wait, I gotta check something again because I'm not sure.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Okay. Wake up! Wait, what time? 12. We gotta wait till the next day. It's like a minute. I'll see you all in a minute. Bye. Gosh. Psych. Okay, we're back. Oh, there's
So nice to de-stress.
Where do we go? Oh, I'm stuck. Actually, I did not figure that out. How do I come off? X? Is it? It's my first time climbing on the PC, so that's why I'm confused. Let's try climbing this. The X button is weird. I rarely press it.
Oh, here she comes. Satoria's here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say. I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious time. Katheryne's too tall! How can you not be seen? Let's get it. Ooh.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Uh-oh.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Harut and Marut.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Paimon's being the Goro right now.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
You're sus.
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
Yes. Let's say Venti. What?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
Oh no, I think we're gonna get caught here.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me.
She bought it.
Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago.
We're dead.
Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
If you're talking about wisdom, I will follow Nahida. Either her or Zhongli, okay? With a certificate of knowledge.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry, I must go now.
Whoa, we're dead. We're caught. We just got caught, man. We just got caught, Naida. Oh, we just got caught. We got caught.
Whoa, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Super.
Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss.
If Scarlet King turns out to be her father, oof.
To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
The kid woke up.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all. All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless.
No.
I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria. He's out of games now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's right next to it. Pretty convenient. Skip! I can't skip it!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something.
What? He's your boyfriend?
Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Mama son. Okay, luckily I actually listened to the main parts of the conversation, or else I'd be wrong with these answers.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget?
Old man?
Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Just walking.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King?
Even I'm confused right now. The Scarlet King is a bad guy, but the Academia has locked up Dendro Archon.
I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa, Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this. You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria, but once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Where did she go? Where did she go?
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
Shishan, from Liyue.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
I'm studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zero's festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Oh, exposed.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
You've been exposed, lady.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Oh.
Gee, Sean, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
So who is a bad guy here? Scarlet King? Academia? I don't get it.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Believer!
In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please, please stop!
Oh no.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards, this is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
Oh.
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King.
Believer.
I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You can't outrun stuff. You should follow your heart. It's not too late to turn back. Follow your heart.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
It's the god of Dendro. God of wisdom.
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes.
Yes. Now set Nahida free.
If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've
Oh.
always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Finally, we've convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
So they were just using Scarlet King as a mask to threaten one of the key people in the Academia. to know what's going on with the academia.
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zero's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
Whoa,
And even the sages are still quite wary of him.
who is it again?
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha.
So they're like stalkers.
Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
Ooh.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars.
I don't get it. So is a Scarlet King closely working? I mean, they're okay. They're like together-ish with the Dendro Archon. Because they said Dendro Archon and Sataria just said, oh, okay.
Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
You're gonna get caught. Get out of there.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
19. Alright. 19. But they said tomorrow, so do I have to do it another round? See, it's still today. Did it work? Yeah, the following night. Oh, I like this animation. That's so cool. I was right. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Nice. Nice.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
We're going the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Keep it hardcore. We're gonna hardcore parkour. Okay, we're at the back. So.
Katheryne, we're here! Oh, you are the other Katheryne, right? That's right. I suppose I'm the other Katheryne in your mind. Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Katheryne's identity.
Hey!
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Speaking of,
Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
she's out of her booth again. There's a waypoint there. I don't know. Huh? So we cannot get in there.
There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
There are kids there. Still don't understand the architecture of this tower right here, this path. But it is what it is. Wait, hold on. I am back. Let's continue. Oops. Whoa. Cutscene! Still weird seeing Katheryne outside her booth. Look at these guys.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
It's a cutscene, so something big is gonna happen.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last.
Oh!
And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
The outcast?
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me
The Harbinger,
the
right?
Doctor.
Oh. I didn't see what number he is.
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Katheryne.
The people of Sumeru City.
I mean, Nahida.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious.
You gotta
As
get
you
rid
can
of that.
see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success.
So now you're gonna turn
And
them
now it
against me?
seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do?
That's an
These are all
obsession.
just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
Nahida?
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
Whoa! Ooh! Goosebumps! Hey, she just did like a domain expansion, right? Look at that. That's so cool. What did you do? Did you break
Don't
Akasha?
worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
Oh no.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
The god of wisdom. Oh! Is this a cutscene? No, it's not.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
You're
Is
flying!
Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
She can jump between mines.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one.
It
That guy
is.
was number 2.
Oh.
So scary.
I did see the 2, and then it says the doctor. No, it says 2, and then doctor. But I didn't read the other words at the bottom, because it was too short. It was too fast.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tighnari told us about him.
The doctor.
Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the Academia came back recently.
Right.
And that even the sages are wary of him.
Wow.
Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
So, are the sages and the Denjo Archon gonna work together now to stop him? We underestimated the scale of the problem.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the Academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
We need to meet Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help.
That was so cool.
Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's find someone else who might be involved.
You mean...
Tighnari!
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest?
I was,
That has to be the same project.
I was thinking of Al-Haytham, but because he's here, right? In Sumer City.
Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.